Hi, hello, welcome back to Homeschool, Class 10 Mathematics Revision. Revision with Radhika ma'am. Today's topic is Chapter 9, Some Applications of Trigonometry. This chapter is very important for your annual examination. One problem is compulsory for either 4 marks or 5 marks. So before starting this chapter, you should know tiny basics from your introduction to trigonometry. If you are perfect with that chapter, this chapter is very easy. If you missed any basic, you just go through the revision videos of this chapter. This chapter is also explained in a detailed manner, contains 7 to 8 videos. In each video you are having 3 problems, 3 to 2 problems. Each verbal statement, everything written in a perfect manner in Homeschool channel. I have already completed those videos. This is just a revision video. In one video we are going to complete full chapter. Okay, little shortcut we are going to complete. So before starting this chapter, we should know 3 points. Line of sight, the line drawn from the observer eyesight. Okay, the line drawn from the observer eyesight to the object. What is this? Some object you are observing. The line what you draw, this is called as a line of sight. Either line of sight may be upward or it may be downward. What is line of sight? A line drawn from the point of observation from your eyesight to the object what you are observing. This is called as line of sight. If you are observing object is above, then it is like this drawn, arrow mark given upward. And if you are observing something down, arrow mark is downward. Second one, angle of elevation. Angle of elevation is an angle obtained between horizontal line and line of sight. Line of sight towards upward direction. Line of sight to be upward direction. Horizontal line and a line of sight towards upward direction. The angle, observe here arrow mark how I am giving, from the ground level to the line of sight. Then this angle so formed is called as the angle of elevation. Right? Same manner, suppose you are on top of a building. You imagine you are on top of a building. You are observing something downward, right? So line of sight is drawn downwards and you can imagine your eye here. Yes. Now something you are observing downward, and when you observe something, you should make a horizontal line to create an angle. For every observation, you will be having a horizontal line. For that, you can make an angle. Suppose you are on top of a building. From your eyesight, line is drawn to the object what you are observing downward. This is line of sight drawn towards downwards. The angle, from where you are drawing the angle here? On horizontal line, from there to your arrow mark you should show. This angle so formed is called as the angle of depression. In a simple word, you can remember this as angle of elevation upward, angle of depression downward. Okay, that's it. You remember in very short, angle of elevation up, angle of depression down. The angle so formed in between line of sight and the horizontal lines. When you see up, it is elevation. When you see down, it is depression. In this exercise, we have only 15 problems. Let us quickly start. First problem. A circus artist is climbing a 20-meter long rope which is tightly stretched and tied from the top of a vertical pole to the ground. Find the height of the pole if the angle made by the rope with the ground level is 30 degrees. You can observe the figure here. This is a long rope, right? AC is a long rope of length 20 meter. A circus artist, I have drawn some picture here. A circus artist is climbing the long rope whereas this rope is tightly stretched from the top of a vertical pole to the ground. Okay, BC is a ground level. From here, rope is tied to the top of a vertical pole AB. AB is a vertical pole and this pole is perpendicular. Find the height of the pole is your question. From point C, the angle between the rope and the ground level is 30 degree. We know acute angle theta value is given here. From here you observe this side is called opposite side and this side is called hypotenuse. If you know opposite and hypotenuse, you can go through the sine ratio. Given theta is equal to 30 degree in right triangle, where it is right angle at B, right? In right triangle ABC. In right triangle ABC, which ratio we need here? Opposite hypotenuse, that is sin theta is equal to opposite side is AB, hypotenuse AC. Theta value 30 substitute, sin 30 degree is equal to AB value we don't know, AC value is 20. Sin 30 value is 1 by 2, AB by 20. Cross multiply, AB is equal to 20 by 2, that is 10. AB is equal to 10 meters. Therefore, height of the vertical pole AB is equal to 10 meters. Second problem, a tree breaks due to storm and the broken part bends so that the top of the tree touches the ground, making an angle 30 degree with it. So first let us take a rough figure. Imagine this is a tree. The tree is broken due to storm at this part. So what happens? This part bends down, okay, and the top of the tree touches the ground, make an angle 30 degree. This broken part, top touches the ground, makes an angle 30 degree. The distance between the foot of the tree, to the point where the top touches the ground is 8 meters. 8 meters. Find the height of the tree. Height of the tree means this part plus this part we need to find. So try to understand carefully. There is a tree. At some part it is broken. The top of the tree touches the ground, making an angle 30 degree. The foot of the tree and the top of the tree where it is touching the ground distance is 8 meter. Find the height of the tree. This is only for imagination. An actual picture we are going to do. So let me take this with a dotted line. So this part now broken, and let us imagine this as A, broken part at B, and the piece, this is BC. First actually C point is here, now C point is here. If you want C dash also you can take, no problem. And this makes an angle 30 degree. This is 8 meters away from foot to the top. Find the height of the tree. That means you need to calculate AB and also BC. Given angle theta is equal to 30 degree. In right triangle at A, that means tree is perpendicular. So take right angle here. In right triangle BAC, observe for angle, this is which side? Opposite side. And this is right angle opposite side is hypotenuse. You don't know in this right triangle opposite and hypotenuse. You know adjacent. First, with the known side, one unknown side you take and find the value. That means adjacent, opposite. Which ratio? Tan. Tan theta is equal to opposite by adjacent. Tan theta value is 30 degree. Tan 30 degree is equal to AB, we don't know, right? AB, AC value is 8. Tan 30 value is 1 by root 3. AB by 8. Now send this 8 this side. AB is equal to 8 by root 3. Mark it first equation. Okay, now I got AB as 8 by root 3. Next find BC. BC with AC, that means adjacent hypotenuse. Which ratio? Cos. Cos 30 degree is equal to adjacent AC by BC. Cos 30 value is root 3 by 2 is equal to AC value is 8 by BC. Now cross multiply. BC is equal to 8 into 2 by root 3. BC is equal to 8 2s are 16 by root 3. Mark it second equation. I got AB and I got BC. Height of the tree means add both of them. Height of the tree is equal to AB plus BC. Please don't write AC, don't write. AC means again you will confuse and write 8 meters. Height of the tree is AB plus BC you write. AB value is 8 by root 3. BC value is 16 by root 3. Now this one do LCM. Root 3. 8 plus 16 is 24 by root 3. 24 by root 3. Either you may multiply denominator root 3 for numerator and denominator and get the answer. Or else what number you have inside 3? Is 24 a multiple of 3? Yes. 8 3s are 24. Now root 3 times cancel. 8 root 3 meters is the height of the tree. Okay, is this clear? Therefore, height of the tree is equal to 8 root 3 meters. Third problem. A contractor plans to install 2 slides for the children to play in a park. For the children below the age of 5 years, she prefers to have a slide whose top is at a height of 1.5 meter and is inclined at an angle 30 degree to the ground. Whereas, for elder children, she wants to have a steep slide at a height of 3 meter and inclined at an angle of 60 degree to the ground. What should be the length of the slide in each case? A contractor plans to install 2 slides in a park. One slide is for below 5 years of age. Okay? And another slide is for elder children. Now, slide. Imagine this is a staircase and this is a slope. This will be perpendicular. Below 5 years, the height of the slide above the ground is 1.5 meter and this slide makes an angle 30 degree to the ground. Find the length of the slide. And for elder children, imagine elder children's slide is this one. This is a stair and this is slope, steep slide and a height about 3 meters and an angle 60 degree to the ground. If you want, you can give arrow mark also. Ground level. So find the length of the slide. A, B, C and this one P, Q, R. In order to find this side, see, observe the angle is here 30 degree. We know opposite side, we should find hypotenuse. Same manner there. So, opposite and hypotenuse, which ratio? Sine ratio. In right triangle ABC, sine 30 degree is equal to opposite AB by hypotenuse AC. Sine 30 value is 1 by 2. And AB value is 1.5 by AC. Cross multiply. AC is equal to 1.5 into 2. That is 3 meters. What is the length of the slide for below 5 years of age? 3 meters. Next, coming to elder children's slide. Again, opposite hypotenuse sine ratio. Given theta is equal to 60 degrees, you can write in right triangle PQR, opposite hypotenuse sine 60 degree is equal to opposite PQ by hypotenuse PR. Sin 60 degree value is root 3 by 2. PQ is 3. PR we need to find. Again cross multiply. PR is equal to 3 2s are 6 by root 3. 6 is a multiple of 3, right? 2 3s are, I'll write, by root 3. Root 3 times cancel. Therefore, length of the slide for elder children is 2 root 3 meters. Next, fourth problem. The angle of elevation of the top of a tower from a point on the ground. So, let us imagine this is a tower. The angle of elevation from top of the tower to the point on a ground it seems, which is 30 meter away from the foot of the tower. Where is this point? This point is away 30 meter from foot of the tower and is 30 degree. The angle so formed is 30 degree. Find the height of the tower. Imagine AB is a tower. From the top of the tower, the angle of elevation from a point on the ground is, which is 30 degree. They did not give. They have said the angle of elevation is, that point is 30 meter away from the foot of the tower is 30 degree. The angle of elevation formed from a top of a tower to a point on a ground which is 30 meter away from the foot of the tower is 30 degree. So what we know for acute angle? Opposite, and this is adjacent. Opposite we need to find, adjacent given. So opposite adjacent is nothing but tan ratio. Write that one only. In right triangle ABC, tan 30 degree is equal to opposite by adjacent. Tan 30 degree value is 1 by root 3. AB we don't know. BC is 30. Cross multiply. AB is equal to 30 by root 3. Is 30 a multiple of 3? Yes. 10 3s are 30. Cancel root 3 times 3. Then this is 10 root 3 meters. That's it. What is the height of the tower? 10 root 3 meters. Fifth problem. A kite is flying at a height of 60 meter above the ground. The string attached to the kite is temporarily tied to a point on the ground. The inclination of the string with the ground is 60 degree. Find the length of the string assuming that there is no slack in the string. See, imagine a kite. Okay, kite is flying above the ground. What is the height above the ground? 60 meters above the ground level. The string of the kite is tied to a point on the ground. There is no stackment. There is no extra thread for this. Right? So, what is the length of the string is your question. Observe carefully. Above the ground I am talking means this will be perpendicular right angle. So, let us take PQR. In right triangle PQR, acute angle theta value is 60 degree. We know opposite side. We need to find hypotenuse. Opposite hypotenuse means sine ratio. Sine 60 degree is equal to opposite PQ by hypotenuse PR. Sine 60 value is root 3 by 2. PQ value is 60 by PR we don't know. So cross multiply PR here, 2 here, root 3 here. That means PR is equal to 60 into 2 by root 3. PR is equal to 62 120 by root 3. In order to cancel with root 3, 120 is it a multiple of 3? Yes. 43 is 120. So cancel root 3 times. 40 root 3 meters is the length of the string. What is the length of the string? 40 root 3 meters. What's the problem? A 1.5 meter tall boy, imagine a 1.5 meter tall boy is standing at some distance from a 30 meter tall building. Okay, this fellow is standing here and this is 30 meter tall building, you can imagine. Angle of elevation from his eyes, very important point here. The angle of elevation from his eyes, that means from here the angle of elevation means upward direction. Angle of elevation from eyes means I need only this height, 30 degree. The angle of elevation from his eyes to the top of a building increases from 30 degree to 60 degree as he walks towards the building. See here, imagine children, when you are observing top of a building, when you are far away, your angle will be less. Suppose when you move towards the building, what happens? Your head you move backward like this. That means your angle is more. As the object is nearer, angle is more. As the object is farther, the angle is less. The boy is observing from his eyesight. The angle increases as he moves towards the building. Now at this point 30 degree angle. Now at this point what happens? This is 60 degree angle. As he walks towards the building, find the distance he walked towards the building to increase this angle. That means only this is your question. How much distance he walked to make the angle 60 degree? Okay. So in this problem, you need to remove boy height. First point you should do is remove boy height in the height of building. 30 meters subtract 1.5. What you are going to get? 28.5 meter. Now 28.5 meter you need to consider. This is from here to here 30 meter. But I need only this right triangle to find the problem. This part means this 1.5 meter you remove. From eyesight the angle of elevation is there. So let us mark A, B, C, D. You can see two right triangles here. First right triangle ABC and second right triangle ABD. Which one you want? You can take that triangle first. I will write DC is equal to question mark. I need to find this, right? So first let me take in right triangle ABC. This small triangle I am taking. The angle, acute angle value, theta value is 60 and we know opposite, we don't know adjacent. Opposite, adjacent. Why adjacent we should find? In order to find this length, we should find adjacent side. Opposite, adjacent. Tan ratio, either tan or cot also you can take, no problem. Tan 60 degree is equal to opposite side is AB and adjacent CB. Tan 60 value is root 3, AB 28.5 by CB. Send CB this side, CB is equal to 28.5 by root 3. Now consider big right triangle, that is in right triangle ABD. Forget about this AC line. Acute angle theta value is 30 degree. Opposite, you know, you need to find adjacent. That is opposite adjacent, again tan ratio. Theta value is 30 degree. Tan 30 is equal to opposite AB by adjacent DB. Tan 30 value is 1 by root 3. AB value 28.5. DB we need to find that. So cross multiply. DB is equal to 28.5 root 3. We know CB and we know DB. We need to find DC. Means write like this, children. We know DC plus CB is nothing but DC plus CB is nothing but DB. Now what you need to find? DC you need to find, right? DC is equal to DB minus CB. DB value is 28.5 root 3 minus CB value is 28.5 by root 3. Do LCM. Root 3. 28.5 root 3 into root 3 minus 28.5. 28.5 into root 3 will be 3 minus 28.5 by root 3. Now observe in these two, 28.5 is common. Take out 28.5 into 3 minus 1 by root 3. 28.5 into 3 minus 1 is 2 by root 3. If you multiply 28.5 into 2, 2 5s are 10, 2 8s are 16, plus 1 17, 2 2s are 4, 5. 57.0 by root 3, that is 57 by root 3. Is your answer completed? No. 57, check whether it is a multiple of 3. Yes. Of what? 19 3s are 57. Root 3 times cancel and your answer is 19 root 3 meters. What is DC value, children? 19 root 3 meters. Seventh problem. From a point on the ground, the angles of elevation of the bottom and the top of a transmission tower fixed at the top of a 20-meter high building are 45 degree and 60 degree respectively. Find the height of the tower is your question. So first, let me draw a building. Imagine this as a building. From a point on the ground, let me mark a point here. This is a ground level and this is a point on the ground. From this point, the angle of elevation of a top and bottom of a tower. Where is the tower? Tower is on top of a building. 20-meter high building tower is placed. So, let me draw. This is tower. Imagine this line is tower and from here to here it is building. A, B, C, D. D is a point, BC is a building, AB is a tower. From a point on the ground, the angle of elevation of the bottom. First, what we are talking? Bottom of the tower. What is the angle of elevation? Is 45 degree and the top of a transmission tower from the same point. Observe now elevation from here horizontal line to this line of sight. Okay, this angle is 60 degree. From here to here it is 45 degree and if you are seeing top of the tower then your angle increases. Fixed at the top of a building of height 20 meter. Find the height of the tower is your question. What is this height? Building perpendicular. So write a right angle here and write all the statements. What all you are assuming. Let BC be the building and AB be the tower. D is the point on the ground. The angle of elevation to the bottom and top of a tower are 45 degree and 60 degree. Height of the tower is equal to question mark. You can see here two right triangles. This is right triangle BCD and right triangle ACD. First, let us take small right triangle. In right triangle BCD, what do you know? You know opposite and your theta value given. Theta is equal to 45 degree and opposite side BC is equal to 20 meter. Let us find adjacent. Opposite adjacent which ratio? Tan. Tan theta is equal to opposite BC by CD. Tan 45 degree is equal to BC value is 20. CD we don't know. Tan 45 value is 1 is equal to 20 by CD. Cross multiply. CD is equal to 20. Okay. Now consider big right triangle. In Right triangle ACD. What is the angle? Theta is equal to 60 degree. From here to here, you have to see carefully the angle. Now again same manner, opposite adjacent. Tan 60 degree is equal to opposite. From here to here, forget about BD line. AC by CD. Tan 60 value is root 3. AC, we know a part of AC. So simply write AC as it is. CD, from above CD value is 20. AC is equal to 20 root 3. Okay, I got AC and I know already BC. Can't you find AB? Just you write, we know AB plus BC is equal to AC. AB plus BC is nothing but AC. We need AB. Send this BC other side. AC minus BC. AC is equal to 20 root 3. BC already given. What is BC? 20. Now take out 20 common. 20 into root 3 minus 1. Therefore, the height of the tower is equal to 20 into root 3 minus 1 meters. Eighth problem. A statue 1.6 meter tall stands on the top of a pedestal. Let this be the pedestal. On top of it, imagine a statue. Okay, this part is called as a pedestal. A statue 1.6 meter tall. From here to here, 1.6 meter tall stands on the top of a pedestal from a point on the ground. Mark a point on the ground. The angle of elevation of the top of the statue. From here to elevation up, the angle of elevation is 60 degree. And from the same point, the angle of elevation of top of the pedestal from here to here, it is how much? 45 degree. Here to here angle is 60 degree and here to here angle is 45 degree. Find the height of the pedestal. So this height you need to find. Let AB be the statue, BC be the pedestal and D be the point on the ground. Any letter you can take, children. Whatever the letter you take, write down their description there. I am assuming AB as a statue, BC as a pedestal. This is perpendicular. Take this right triangle angle given in right triangle BCD. Theta is how much? 45 degree. Tan, why tan? Opposite, adjacent. Tan 45 degree is equal to opposite BC by adjacent is CD. Tan 45 value is 1. 1 equal to BC by CD. Send this CD this side. CD is equal to BC. Now consider big right triangle. In right triangle ACD, forget about BD. ACD, again same manner, opposite, adjacent and your theta value is 60 degree. So tan 60 degree is equal to opposite AC. AC by CD is adjacent. Tan 60 value is root 3. And now AC, you can write it as AB plus BC, or AC is nothing but 1.6 plus BC also you can write. Yes or no? Now what about CD? From above, CD is nothing but BC. In place of CD, write BC and cross multiply. BC into root 3 is equal to 1.6 plus BC. Bring this BC this side. BC root 3 minus BC is equal to 1.6. Take out BC common. Root 3 minus 1 is equal to 1.6. Send this root 3 minus 1 other side. That is BC is equal to 1.6 by root 3 minus 1. Denominator cannot be root 3. So what I need to do? Multiply numerator and denominator by the conjugate of this denominator. What is the conjugate of this denominator? Root 3 minus 1 conjugate is root 3 plus 1. Okay, multiply. 1.6 into root 3 plus 1 by a minus b into a plus b form there. So that is a square minus b square. 1.6 into root 3 plus 1 by root 3 whole square is 3 minus 1. 1.6 into root 3 plus 1 by 2. 0.8 is 1.6. Therefore, BC is equal to 0.8 into root 3 plus 1 meters is the height of the pedestal. Ninth problem. The angle of elevation of the top of a building from the foot of the tower is 30 degree. Here observe the building and tower carefully. Where are they placed? Opposite to each other. They are not placed on one above the other. Read the question carefully. The angle of elevation of the top of a building from the foot of a tower is 30 degree. Let this be tower. Imagine this as a tower and this as a building. Okay. The angle of elevation of the top of a building from the foot of a tower is 30 degree. So, this angle is 30 degree. The angle of elevation from the bottom of a tower to the top of a building is 30 degree. And the angle of elevation of the top of the tower from the foot of a building is 60 degree. I think this is taller. Tower might be taller. Right? If your angle is more, then it might be taller. The angle of elevation of the top of a building from the foot of a tower is 30 degree and the angle of elevation of the top of the tower from the foot of the building is 60 degree. If the height of the tower is 50 meter. What is height of the tower? 50 meter. Find the height of the building is your problem. Let me take A, B, C, D. Now write the verbal statements. Let AB be the tower of height 50 meter and let CD be the height of the building is equal to question mark. Angle of elevation and all you can write. So what do I know? This both are right angles. Right. Now I know in this right triangle, this side I know. So let me take first this right triangle. In right triangle ABC. What is the angle you can see in this right triangle? Theta is equal to 60 degree. Opposite adjacent. What ratio? Tan. Tan 60 degree is equal to opposite AB by BC. Tan 60 value root 3. AB value is 50 by BC. Cross multiply. BC is equal to 50 by root 3. Now take another right triangle. In right triangle DCB or BCD, anything is okay. Theta, what is your theta? This is a right triangle, means this is theta value 30 degree. Again same ratio, tan 30 degree is equal to opposite by adjacent DC by BC. Tan 30 value is 1 by root 3. DC, I don't know DC. Let me write DC as it is by BC. BC value we know. Later we will substitute. Cross multiply. BC is equal to DC into root 3. Mark this 1. Mark this 2. Both compare and equate from equation 1 and 2. These two are equal. So equate these two. 50 by root 3 is equal to DC root 3. 50 by root 3 into root 3 is equal to DC. Now write this in the form of mixed fraction. DC is equal to 3 ones are 3 and here 2 left 20, 3 6 are 18. Right. 16 threes are 48. 50 minus 48 will be 2. So what is this mixed fraction? 16 whole 2 by 3 meters. Therefore, what is the height of the building? Height of the building is equal to 16 2 by 3 meters. 10th problem. Two poles of equal heights are standing opposite each other on either side of the road. So let us imagine road here. Okay, you can imagine this divider. On either side of the road, two poles of equal heights are standing opposite each other on either side of the road. So at a point opposite to road, there are two poles. Okay, these two poles are equal height, it seems. Let me mark A, B, C, D are two poles on either side of the road. So let us join this. I don't know the height of the poles. Let me assume it as H. Two poles of equal heights are standing opposite each other on either side of the road, which is 80 meters wide. What is the width of the road? It is 80 meters wide. From a point between them on the road, the angle of elevations of the top of the poles are 60 degree and 30 degree. Find the height of the poles and the distance of the point from the poles. From a point on the road. From a point on the road means, suppose if you take at a midpoint, both the angle of elevations must be equal. But they have given 60 degree and 30 degree. Take anywhere other than center. Let me mark a point here and let me mark this as E. Angle of elevation to the top of the poles. That means like this arrow mark you give. Now, which is 60 degree and which is 30 degree? Observe carefully. Which pole is nearer to the point, that angle will be more, and which pole is farther to the point, that angle will be less. So here AB is nearer to the point E, therefore this is 60 degree, and DC is farther to the point, then this is 30 degree. Therefore find the height of the poles and distance between the points. So first let me assume BE as X. Then what about EC? 80 minus X you need to take. Consider any of the right triangle, your choice children. Write the statements carefully. Let AB and DC be the two poles which are laid on the either side of the road having a width BC is equal to 80 meters. Let E be the point on the road. The angle of elevations are 30 degree and 60 degree. Like the statements you continue. Now direct problem. Consider any right triangle of your choice. I'll take right triangle, poles are perpendicular, no? In right triangle ABE. ABE, angle is here, opposite H, adjacent you are talking. So which ratio? Theta is equal to 60 degree. Ratio is tan. Tan 60 degree is equal to, from here opposite side is AB, adjacent side is BE. Tan 60 value is root 3. AB is, I don't know AB, I'll have assumed it as H, and BE also we don't know, we have assumed it as X. Then cross multiply, H is equal to X root 3. Okay, now consider another right triangle. In right triangle DCE, theta value is, what is the angle of elevation? 30 degree. Opposite, adjacent. Again tan ratio, tan 30 degree is equal to opposite DC by adjacent EC. Tan 30 value is 1 by root 3. DC is H. EC 80 minus X. Okay, cross multiply. 80 minus X is equal to H root 3. Here instead of H, can you write X root 3? Yes, let me substitute. 80 minus X is equal to X root 3 into root 3. Since we know from above h is equal to x root 3. 80 minus x is equal to root 3 into root 3, 3x. And this minus x bring this side. 3x plus x is equal to 80. 4x is equal to 80. X is equal to 80 by 4, that is 20. Now from E point, what is the distance to this pole? BE is 20 meters. BE is equal to 20 meters. And what about EC? EC is equal to 80 minus x. That is 80 minus 20 is equal to 60 meters. What is the height of the poles? Height of the poles means h is equal to x root 3. In place of this x, substitute 20. H is equal to 20 root 3 meters is the height of the two poles. Whereas AB equal to and CD is equal to 20 root 3 meters. 11th problem. A TV tower stands vertically on a bank of a canal from a point on the other bank directly opposite the tower. See here, AB is a tower. From a bank of the canal opposite to the tower, the angle of elevation of the top of the tower is 60 degree. From here, the angle of elevation is 60 degree. From another point, which is, where is that another point? The point is 20 meter away from this point. On the line joining this point to the foot of the tower, the angle of elevation of the top of the tower is 30 degree. Find the height of the tower and the width of the canal. Find the height of the tower and width of the canal. You imagine this as a canal. Okay, figure already given in your textbook. This is perpendicular, right? See, nearest angle 60 degree and the point which is farther to the tower, that angle is lesser than this angle, 30 degree. Now, how can I find? Same manner, but if you consider this right triangle, I don't know opposite, I don't know adjacent. So what shall I do? Let me assume this as h and this as x. Height h and canal width x. Right triangle, same manner, small right triangle, big right triangle you need to do. In right triangle, ABC, angle theta value is how much? 60 degree. Tan 60 degree is equal to, we are talking about opposite adjacent now. So tan I'll take. Tan 60 degree is equal to AB by CB. Tan 60 value is root 3. AB is h, CB is x. Cross multiply, h is equal to x root 3. Okay, or root 3x also you can write. Now next right triangle. In right triangle ABD, theta value is 30 degree. Now for this angle, this is opposite, this is adjacent, right? So tan 30 degree is equal to opposite AB by adjacent is DB. Tan 30 value is 1 by root 3 and AB value is h. What is DB value? 20 plus x. DB means DC plus CB, right? If you want, you can write that also. Then DC value is 20 and CB value is x. Now cross multiply. H is equal to 20 plus x by root 3. So H is equal to this 20 plus x. Send other side to the numerator and keep as it is. Compare these two children. 1 and 2 you can compare, or instead of h you can rewrite x root 3 also. You can take comparing these two and equate. X root 3 is equal to 20 plus x by root 3. Cross multiply. Root 3 into root 3 will be 3. 3 into x is 3x. 3x is equal to 20 plus x. Bring this x this side. 3x minus x is equal to 20. 3x minus x is 2x. 2x equal to 20. X is equal to 20 by 2. That is 10. What is this x here? Width of the canal. Width of the canal is 10 meters. And coming to height of the tower. H, where you have from equation 1 we know h is equal to x root 3. That is, x value substitute, h is equal to 10 root 3 meter. Therefore, height of the tower is 10 root 3 meter and width of the canal is 10 meters. 12th problem. From the top of a 7 meter high building, the angle of elevation of the top of a cable tower is 60 degree and the angle of depression of the foot of the tower is 45 degree. Determine the height of the tower. So what we are going to do now? Draw a tower and a building. Imagine this is tower and this is the building, right? So on this is building and this is cable tower. Mark letters A, B, C, D. Any letter of your choice you can mark, children, don't worry. A top of a 7 meter high building. What is the height of the building? 7 meter. From the top of the building, the angle of elevation means towards upward, right? The angle of elevation to the top of the tower. Angle of elevation, how can I mark the angle? From here, top of the tower, how can I take means? You need to draw a horizontal line, right? And then take elevation angle. From the top of a 7 meter high building, the angle of elevation of the top of a cable tower is 60 degree. Okay? And the angle of depression means downward. Depression from A point to the foot of the tower means C. From here to here, depression is 45 degree, like this. This is 45 degree. Elevation 60 degree, depression 45 degree. What is the height of the building? 7 meter. See, when you draw a horizontal line up to here, the same, what is that? 7 meter. Mark this point as E. AB is equal to EC is equal to 7 meter. And this tower is perpendicular. Yes or no? And here this one is also, building is also perpendicular. Either if you want to take depression angle only, using depression angle only, if you want to take right triangle and prove, you can prove. Or otherwise, depression angle converted into elevation angle and then find the BC value. Anyway, you can do, children, this one. So first, what I am going to do, let me consider this right triangle. Why? 7 meter, this is equal to this 7 meter, right? This right triangle I will take and I will find the side AE. After getting AE, I will take this right triangle and find DE. Finally, what I need? I need to find the height of the cable tower. So, in right triangle AEC, what is the acute angle value? Theta is equal to 45 degree. Theta is here, opposite, adjacent. That means tan 45 degree is equal to, opposite is EC, adjacent is AE. Tan 45 value 1, EC value is 7 by AE. Send this side, AE is equal to 7 meters. Now take another right triangle. In right triangle AED, theta value is 60 degree. Tan 60 degree is equal to opposite by adjacent, DE by AE. Tan 60 value is root 3. DE value I don't know. I will write DE as it is. AE I got before 7. So therefore DE is equal to 7 root 3. I know DE, I know EC, but what is the total height of the tower means DC you need, right? Therefore height of the tower, height of the cable tower, or simply I have written height of the tower is equal to DE plus EC. That is DE is 7 root 3 and EC value is 7 meters. Take out 7 common among these two. 7 into root 3 plus 1 meters is the height of the cable tower. 13th problem. As observed from the top of a 75-meter high lighthouse from the sea level, the angle of depression of two ships are 30 degree and 45 degree. If one ship is exactly behind the other on the same side of the lighthouse, find the distance between the two ships. Let us imagine the picture. Let this be the lighthouse. Lighthouse. AB be the lighthouse. From the top of the lighthouse, you can observe two ships. Imagine both the ships are on the same side of the lighthouse. From top of the lighthouse, see the angle of depression. Angle of depression means draw a horizontal line and then this is, you need to join this one angle you will get, and from here to here one depression angle. Now read the question once again. As observed from the top of a 75-meter high lighthouse. What is the height of the lighthouse? 75-meter high lighthouse. From the sea level, the angle of depression of two ships are 30 degree and 45 degree. So which is 30 degree and which is 45 degree, children? From top of the lighthouse, which is nearer? Which is nearer? Which is nearer? This ship is nearer and this is farther. So nearer ship will have bigger angle. So this farther ship is 30 degree and nearer ship is 45 degree. And lighthouse is perpendicular. Find the distance between the two ships. That means this is your question. A, B, mark this as C and this as a D. Imagine this is a water, sea level. Okay. From top of a lighthouse, the angle of depression to the two ships are exactly one behind the other on the same side of a lighthouse. Okay. The angle of depressions are 45 degree and 30 degree. Find the distance between two ships is your question. Now angle of depression convert into angle of elevation. This horizontal line and this ground level will be parallel. So these angles will be alternate. See, this angle is 45 degree and this is 30. So this angle will be 30 degree. Now in right triangle ABC, what is the angle value here? Theta is equal to 45 degree. Opposite, adjacent I will find. That means tan 45 degree is equal to opposite AB by BC. Tan 45 value is 1. AB value is 75. BC I don't know. So BC is equal to 75. Right. Now next, another big right triangle you take. After converting the depression angle into elevation, no need of considering above angle. Right. Now consider another big right triangle. In right triangle ABD. ABD, theta value is 30 degree. Now tan 30 degree is equal to opposite side is AB, adjacent side is BD. Tan 30 value is 1 by root 3. AB value is 75 by BD. BD is equal to 75 root 3. I know BC and I know BD. What is CD is your question. So you can write it as we know BC plus CD is none other than BD. BC plus CD is nothing but BD. So I need CD, right? CD is equal to, send this BC other side, BD minus BC. Substitute BD value and BC value. 75 root 3 minus 75. Take out 75 common. Root 3 minus 1. Therefore, 75 into root 3 minus 1 meters is the distance between the two ships. Suppose in your problem, if they give you root 3 value, substitute that value and find the answer. Is this clear? 14th problem. A 1.2 meter tall girl, you can see 1.2 meter tall girl spots a balloon. This is a balloon. She sees a balloon moving with the wind in a horizontal line at a height of 88.2 meter from the ground. So, this girl seen a balloon and that balloon is 88.2 meter above the ground level and it is moving in a horizontal line. The angle of elevation of the balloon from the eyes of the girl, from the eyes, that point to be noted, from the girl eye means girl height we should remove. Same as a tall boy problem we have done, right? Same similar type of a problem this one. From girl eye, the angle of elevation is 60 degree. From here, the angle of elevation for this balloon is 60 degree. After some time, the angle of elevation reduces to 30 degree. The balloon is moving in a horizontal line from here to here. Well, first when she sees the angle of elevation is 60 degree. After some time it is moving in a horizontal line. When she spots the balloon here, the angle of elevation is 30 degree. Find the distance travelled by the balloon during the interval. That means this distance they have asked. Before starting this problem, we need to reduce girl height in the height of the balloon. Girl height is 1.2 meter, right? This 88.2, you subtract girl height, that will be 87 meters. So, just let me reduce this. If you want, you can write as it is. And from here to here, it is 87 meter. Same manner, from here to here, it is 87 meters. Okay. You need to find the distance from this point to this point. If you want, you can remove this also. You can remove. Let me mark A, B, C and D, E. AB is the height of the balloon from the ground, that is 87 meter. Here also ED 87 meter. Now you can see two right triangles. Observe two right triangles. In right triangle, any right triangle you can choose. I'll take first A, B, C. A, B, C. What is the angle, 60 or 30? This balloon is nearer, so greater angle. That is theta is equal to 60 degree. From here to here, you observe carefully. Now, opposite adjacent, I'll take tan 60 degree is equal to opposite AB by CB. Tan 60 value is root 3. AB value is 87, not 88.2. It is 87. From girl eye, you need to observe this. 87 by CB. CB is equal to 87 by root 3. Similarly, consider another right triangle. In right triangle EDC. EDC. Angle is 30 degree. Theta is equal to 30 degree. Tan 30 degree is equal to opposite ED by adjacent CD. Tan 30 value is 1 by root 3. ED value is 87 and CD value we don't know. Write CD. Cross multiply. CD is equal to 87 root 3. From here I know CB value and CD value I got from here. But I need BD. We know. What do we know? We know that CB plus BD is nothing but CD. CB plus BD is nothing but CD. I need BD, right? So BD is equal to CD minus CB. Substitute these values. CD is 87 root 3 and CB is 87 by root 3. Do LCM. Root 3, 87, root 3 into root 3 will be 3 minus 87. From these two, 87 is common. 3 minus 1 by root 3. That is 87 into 2 by root 3. 87 2s are 2 7s are 14. 8 2s are 16 plus 1 17. 174 by root 3. Observe again, is it a multiple of 3? Yes. That is 3 5s are 15. 24. 3 8s are 24, right? 58 3s are 174. Now cancel with root 3. Root 3 cancel. 58 root 3 meters is the distance travelled by the balloon from 60-degree angle to 30-degree. What is the distance? 58 root 3 meters. Last problem from this chapter, 15th one. A straight highway leads to the foot of a tower. Okay, let me draw a tower. Let this be A, B be the height of the tower. A straight highway. So imagine this is a straight highway leading to the foot of the tower. A man standing at the top of the tower. Imagine a man standing on the top of the tower observes a car at an angle of depression of 30 degree. So imagine there is a car, you imagine. From here he observes the car. It is at an angle of depression angle. Depression angle how much? 30 degree. Which is approaching. This car is approaching towards the foot of the tower with a uniform speed. 6 seconds later. 6 seconds later, you imagine, after 6 seconds, the car is at this point. Car is at this point. The angle of depression of the car is found to be 60 degree. From here to here angle is 60 degree. Find the time taken by the car to reach the foot of the tower from this point. What is the time taken by the car to reach the foot of the tower? Now this angle of depression, convert into elevation. See, this horizontal line and this ground horizontal line will be parallel. So therefore this angle you can alternate. 30 degree for this angle alternate you give, and 60 degree for this angle 60 degree. So time taken is 6 seconds to reach from this point to this point. It is not the distance. So let us assume the distance be x and this one be y. Height of the tower we don't know. Let us assume it as h. What is the time taken to reach from this point to the foot of the tower is your question. So you can see two right triangles. This is perpendicular. You can see two right triangles. First consider one right triangle. In right triangle A, B, let us mark a letter C and here D. A, B, C. Angle theta is equal to 60 degree. I am talking about opposite and adjacent. That means tan ratio. Tan 60 degree is equal to opposite AB by adjacent CB. Tan 60 degree value is root 3. AB I have assumed it as h by CB x. Cross multiply, h is equal to x root 3. Mark it 1. Similarly, take another right triangle. In right triangle ABD. Theta, what is your theta value? 30 degree. Tan 30 degree is equal to opposite AB by adjacent DB. Tan 30 value is 1 by root 3. AB is h and DB value y plus x or x plus y you can write. Now again cross multiply. H is equal to y plus x by root 3. Mark this 2. From 1 and 2, h equal, so equate others, that is x root 3 is equal to y plus x by root 3. So cross multiply, root 3 into root 3 will be 3x is equal to y plus x. X bring this side. 3x minus x is equal to y. 2x is equal to y. 2x is equal to y. And this to send other side, x is equal to y by 2. X is equal to y by 2. But we know time is equal to distance by speed. Time is equal to distance by speed. This time given, right? Time is equal to 6 seconds. Distance y. Speed, I don't know. Let the speed be k, I will take. Then y is equal to 6k, I will write. Time is equal to distance by speed. Time 6 seconds given. Distance we have assumed it as y. Let us assume speed as k. 6k. Now this y value substitute here. X is equal to 6k by 2. That is 3k. X is equal to 3k. That means from this point C2 to reach the foot of the tower, the car takes 3 seconds. That's it. Therefore, it takes 3 seconds to reach the foot of the tower. With this, I complete some applications of trigonometry, children. So, please do practice carefully and don't forget to share this video to your friends who are in need. Right? In our next video, we are going to meet with another new chapter. Until that, keep watching. Thank you all.